When you laugh, the world laughs with you. When you cry alone. Or I can wait for a miracle to come and make me walk, but I knew it's never going to happen. Or I can just accept myself the way I am, whatever mess I was at that point, just accept yourself and move on. And when that happened, everything changed, Louis. Because when you accept yourself the way you are, the world recognizes you. And I think that self-talk, that matters. When you're looking at yourself in the mirror, without makeup, without filter, it's just you with yourself, the conversation that you have with yourself at that point is the most meaningful, profound, and life-changing conversation. I had that with myself, and rest is history.
What was the conversation? What was the main conversation you had before you accepted yourself in the mirror? And then what is the conversation you have with yourself now when you look at yourself in the mirror?
So when I looked at myself in the mirror and I was not accepting myself at all, I could not communicate with myself.
Really?
I was just looking at myself and said, no, that is not me. I was this 5'7" tall girl at the age of 21, And now this woman in a wheelchair, what a mess. I could not talk. I could not talk to myself. But then the minute I accepted what has happened, I realized one thing, that no matter whatever I was left with, I had to carry it with grace, with gratitude. And that's it. And that helped.
And what do you say to yourself now when you look at yourself in the mirror?
Look at you. I'm just kidding. No.
Dad, you look good. Dad, you look good. You're smart. You're intelligent. You matter. Yeah.
You're all of that. No, but honestly, when I look at myself, I just say one thing. Just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Because your journey is not just yours. There are so many people who look at you when they need inspiration, when they need motivation. Because motivation dies every day. And even if my presence can make someone's day, I'll do it for them. That's what I say. I don't give compliments to myself, no.
You should, though. You should compliment yourself a little bit.
A little bit, yes.
I'm curious. What is the difference between self-acceptance and also accepting where you're at, but saying, but I want to improve and get better? Not just saying, I accept myself and I'm going to not do anything about how to improve. Is there a difference there? And what is that?
I think self-acceptance is the first step. Then comes self-love and loving yourself. I have always said this, that love yourself, but don't fall in love with yourself. And there's a huge difference between the two.
What is that?
Okay. When you fall in love with yourself, you are unable to see the flaws, the problems, the toxicity. Because you're so deeply, madly, blindly in love that you just cannot see the problems, right? But when you love yourself, you want to improve. You want to become a better person every day, right? You don't love yourself blindly. You will question your problems. You will try to improve. So love yourself, but don't fall in love with yourself. And that starts the minute you accept yourself the way you are. Then you become better. Then you try to become better.
Love this. Why do you think people struggle so much with loving themselves and with self-love?
A lot has to do with social media, especially in today's time and age. We are a generation obsessed with perfection. We want everything perfect. And everything has to be Instagram perfect. Hashtag couple goals. Hashtag beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's redefine the word beauty. Let's redefine the word perfection. I've always said this, and I'll say it again, that I'm perfectly imperfect, and that's perfectly all right. I have accepted myself with all the imperfections. Things that I cannot change. The deformity that I have in my body, I cannot fix that. The scars that I have on my body, even though I'm healed, Wounds and scars are still there. I'm not ready to change that. I'm okay with that. I've accepted. But what really makes me perfect is how I communicate with people. Am I kind enough? Am I compassionate enough? Am I considerate enough? That makes me perfect. That makes you perfect. And that's what it is.
What would you say is the biggest challenge you face today? The biggest struggle that you're trying to overcome? Maybe it's something internally or externally. Is there anything that you're facing with now?
Right now, not really. I think, but when this happened 14 years back, wheelchair is always, I don't know why, but it's always been a symbol of pain and suffering and weakness and oh my God, poor girl. I've heard this so many times that she's too pretty to be in the wheelchair. I was like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to praise me or trying to make me feel bad? Then, and in the worst case scenario, I've heard people saying that she must have done something wrong. That's why God punished her. But wait, I was just 21. What did I do wrong to deserve this? So it took me a while to let the world know that, this wheelchair is not adversity. This wheelchair is not weakness. This wheelchair is not suffering. It's the part of my body now. This wheelchair is not an accessory anymore. It's me. Wheelchair alone is nothing. But when I sit in the wheelchair, that's the package. Talk to that package now. Talk to that human being now. Yes, I have problems. Yes, I cannot walk. I know that. But then there is so much more that I can do and I'm doing in my life. So the biggest challenge was to change the mindset, which I think has changed with time because it's been 14 years now.
Yeah. What was the biggest thing within your mindset that shifted?
In my mindset, you know what? I have made peace with the fact that no matter how amazing you are, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter how cool you are, there will always be haters. There will be naysayers. There will be disbelievers because you cannot be liked and loved by everyone. Some people will hate you for some reason. Some will hate you for no reason. Appreciate it and acknowledge. Just the way you appreciate all the love, let's acknowledge all the disliking too.
How do you manage that when people discount you or maybe talk negative about you online or wherever? How do you personally deal with it?
I've always prayed for those who see their failure in my success.
Yeah.
Those who hate you today, they were once dreamers who gave up on their dreams.
Oh, wow.
Right? Haters were once dreamers. They just gave up. So when they see a woman in a wheelchair doing something, they have to hate me. Because, a lot of people said that, oh, just because she's in the wheelchair, she got the chance to do all this. Dude, you're walking around. Right? You had the chance too, but you were too busy hating on people. You missed the chance. So I understand. I'm an empath. I understand, why is that hatred coming? And again, pray for those who see their failure in your success. Hating is not easy.
It's exhausting. Yeah.
It's exhausting. Imagine every day. I will be posting all the good stuff on my social media. You will be posting all the amazing stuff you're doing on social media. And they're just sitting in the room doing nothing and just hating.
I know.
Who is the sufferer? We are not suffering. They are.
Thank you for watching this video. If you want more inspiring clips like this, make sure to click right here to subscribe and click right here to watch that next video that is specific to support you in your life.